Have you ever pondered how a prolonged period of drought can swiftly shift into devastating floods? For 3 long years, from 2020 to 2023, the Horn of Africa was in the grip of an unforgiving drought. The countries of Somalia, Ethiopia, and Kenya were particularly hard hit. This drought was not just a dry spell, it was a relentless beast, leaving in its wake parched lands and desperate people. The severity was such that it left the ground hard and unyielding. Crops withered in the fields, and livestock, the lifeblood of many in the region, perished. The people, resilient yet weary, bore the brunt of this extreme weather pattern. It was a time of hardship, a time of struggle, a time of survival, but just as drought can be relentless, so can the human spirit. The people of the Horn of Africa, in the face of adversity, showed remarkable resilience and unyielding spirit. They held on, hoping for better days, praying for rain. This drought was a stern reminder of the harsh reality of climate change. The drought was followed by an unexpected turn of events. In the months of October and November of 2023, the parched lands of the Horn of Africa were drenched in an overwhelming downpour. The heavens opened and the rains fell, not as a soothing balm, but as a torrential onslaught. This heavy rainfall was not just a drizzle or a passing shower, but a deluge that was double, even quadruple the average for the region. The same lands that had thirsted for water were now inundated, causing extensive flooding in Somalia, Ethiopia, and Kenya. This was not a gentle transition from drought to rain, but a sudden and severe shift that brought with it a new set of trials. Over 700,000 people were displaced from their homes, their lives uprooted by the rushing waters. More than 100 lives were tragically lost to the floods. 2 rivers, the Shabelle in Somalia and the Juba in western Somalia, swelled beyond their banks, their waters rushing over the land, causing further damage. These rivers, usually life-giving arteries in the landscape, became agents of destruction. But let's not forget, every cloud has a silver lining. The deluge, as devastating as it was, provided relief from the crippling drought. The parched earth drank deeply, replenishing its reserves. However, this rainfall brought with it a new set of challenges, from the threat of cholera outbreaks to the possibility of increased crop and livestock pests and diseases. The rainfall, while providing relief from the drought, brought its own set of challenges. But what does this dramatic weather shift tell us about our changing climate? Well, in July of 2023, climate predictions had raised an alarm. They warned of the potential for heavy rainfall and flooding due to fluctuations in sea surface temperatures in the Indian and Pacific Oceans. This might seem like a distant concept, but these temperature patterns have a profound impact on global weather systems. Let's take a moment to talk about the Indian Ocean Dipole, or IOD. In layman terms, it's a phenomenon that affects the climate across the Indian Ocean and its surrounding regions. When the IOD is strong, it can lead to dramatic weather events just like the one we've witnessed in the Horn of Africa. Now, the strength of the IOD this year was eerily similar to conditions in 2019, another year that saw exceptional rains and flooding in the same region. Coincidence? Hardly. These aren't isolated incidents, but part of a larger pattern. These extreme weather events are stark indicators of our rapidly changing climate. But what can we do in the face of such overwhelming environmental changes, you may ask? Well, there's a plethora of actions we can take right within our reach. We can reduce our energy consumption by unplugging electronics when they're not in use, and consider supporting renewable energy sources. We can also use our voices to advocate for climate policies, pressing our leaders to take this issue seriously. Remember, each step, no matter how small, contributes to a bigger change. Your actions matter. Together we can make a difference. To continuously be enlightened, like and subscribe.